All right. I think I'm here. God. I can't get my other camera to work on StreamYard. It won't accept my camera. So, I just have to, can't. Hey, I can't get on StreamYard. I think I might have to play with it. For some reason, it's not accepting my camera. It'll accept my, what is it? The mic, but I can't get on my, I don't know why. I'm not techie. So I'll have to do it this way. Sorry, Kathy, Colleen. Hey! So I'm going to have to do it on my regular way of streaming. This sucks. I'm going to have to get another camera, I think. It is an old webcam, and I haven't figured out how to use my camcorder through StreamYard yet. So I hate technology. Did I say that already? God. So we were going to do a cow. With using this method from Elizabeth St. Hillaire. And we did an apple quite a while ago, but oh, gosh, it must have been about 3 or 4 years ago. So this is the cow that we've decided to do. And to start off, you have to draw the outline basically of the cow, paint it in, and then we start using collage to embellish it, make it into this type of art. So I'm just going to use one of my, this is mixed media Strathmore paper. And I'm just going to use a pencil. I'm all flustered now. God, I hate technology. Okay, so I'm just going to do this cow basically. It'll be a little bit smaller because this page is small. So let's put him here. Oh, that's kind of a big head. It's not that much of a cone head. Kind of, they do have kind of a cone head though. And then these great big ears. Let's see, this must be Kathy. Yeah. So, I don't know why. I used to be able to use StreamYard, but for some reason, it's not letting me use my camera, and I don't know why. I can't figure it out. And since I was supposed to come on, I didn't want to make you guys wait, wonder where the heck I am. This comes out, and then he's got this kind of big mouth here. Droopy lip. Nose. And then his little mouth comes like that. And the back of him there, and right like that. So I will show you how I go about doing this. And hopefully, Kathy and Colleen, sorry, if I figure out what the heck's going wrong, then I'll let you know about the camera. But I should be able to use my other camera, but I just haven't figured it out. Let's see, I think that's a little bit too big. Like this. That goes like that. He's got, you can make your black and white areas wherever you want. They don't have to be identical to this. He's got a kind of a black and pinky color in his nose. His mouth there. I'm going to give him nostrils. They're not really showing the nostrils in here, but he would have big nostrils right there. And he just has a glint. You only see the glint of his eye there. So that'll make it easier. And usually this is where the horns usually come out of. So the hair is usually a little longer there. So he's got kind of like a little toupee on top of his head. Colleen and Kathy, maybe you two could do a live stream following along with Kathy's live. Yeah, you could. I don't know how that would work, but... You mean have the video going of this afterward? Yeah, you could probably do that. I've been playing around with trying to get this darn camera to do something since 12 o'clock. And it just won't work. Yeah, we'll see what they want to do. But sorry guys, I know I said I would have them with me, but technology, it's the way she goes sometimes. So there's the basics. I'm not putting the full ear in, so you don't have to. And now what you want to do is paint in the areas with just a base coat. Hey Dot! So we're going to need black, a little bit of cream, cream, and a little pinky color for his lips. Maybe this one here. And some, you can do whatever background you want. I'm not going to put in a background as far as painting it. I'm going to just do it with my different papers. Okay. So I think that would be good. Yep. Hey, Xandra. Judy, everybody, Jilly, good to see you all. These are fun to do. If I get it figured out, maybe when Colleen and Kathy do it, if I get it figured out, I can play along again. Hey Colleen, I can't get my camera to be recognized. I get my mic on, but not my camera. So that's not good. You're playing along? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know, maybe I have to upload a new drive. It's an old camera, so that's possible. I haven't used it for quite a while. But can you invite us from YouTube? I can't get in Ustream for my camera. It says it won't recognize it's not there. Yet it recognizes my mic from the camera. So I don't know. So it wouldn't work because you can't be on two cameras. So I don't know. I don't get it. I tried everything. I tried rebooting. I tried you could contact StreamYard, give them the type of camera you have and see if it's compatible. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do that. So anyways, I just did a quick drawing, base drawing. Now, to tell you the truth, you don't necessarily have to draw and paint. If you have a large picture of a cow, glue it onto your paper. Save a step, really. And then you just put your collage over top of that. So if you have a large picture of a cow, use that. Can you have more than one on regular? I don't think so. I think it has to go through another application. And I don't know how to use my camcorder on StreamYard. This is the camcorder that I'm using. And I'm not very techy. Jeez. So I'm just gonna do what she says here. So just you don't want a lot of detail if you're gonna do the painting part of this. It's just to show you where your color highlights, lowlights, that type of things are. But you can use a picture. I can't see why not. It's the same type of thing. You're covering the whole thing up. So why not just use a big picture of a cow and use that. I always look at ways that, you know, make more sense stepwise. Like some things you can't, you know, take an easier way of doing it because sometimes it needs to be done. But I can't see why, if it's being covered completely by paper, why you would have to, why you couldn't use a photo or paper from a magazine or whatever. Really. So did you get a bunch of jelly prints or even collage, if you have any collage, in scrapbook papers or pattern paper will work too, in just the colors that you're going to be using. Now this here, it's darker on the bottom. And then little nostrils, I think, are darker here. That's his nostrils there. And then his little mouth here is also dark. You can add a few little different areas that are dark if you want. I'm going to put black underneath his chin here, just so that it stands out a little bit. So it'll be a different color. I'm going to bring it over here so it won't be exactly the same as what she did, but close. So if you've got any questions, leave it in caps so I can see it, and I'll try and answer it. Maybe it's kind of mottled up here. It's not really, so I'm just going to dab, showing that it's kind of mishmash. It's probably the sun shining on it, makes it a little bit different looking. Kathy, after you paste down the cow, do you then tell him to move over? Yes, Jilly. Oh dear. Okay, so this is a little bit of kind of a buffy color, so it's more or less the shading. So there'll be some of that in his. This will be the shaded side of his head, I guess. That's what they're doing. He could have just dirty fur too. I'm going to make some streaks in the center of his head. A lot of times they have a cowlick on their forehead, maybe a little bit on top here, and his chest. Put some of that in here and there, because it's kind of a, get a reference too if you're not sure on the colors. There's lots of dirtiness on the cow, and if you want to really get involved in the shading aspect of this, then get a reference and then use that as your, like, make a couple references from that, like copy them, so then you can use that as a reference and something to glue down. So I'm going to put a little bit more on the top of his nose here. And he'll have a little bit of dirty mouth. Might have some green in there. Who knows? From chewing the grass. A little shading. I'm going to put a little bit. I'm going to keep this open. We'll go more or less to how she's done it on here, so we don't get too confusing for everybody that's just trying to follow along. So there's some dirty areas here on him, a little bit on his eye here, and there's a glint right there. That's pretty dark. Could probably add a little bit gray in there. And then, like I said, I'm not going to do the background. I'll just do the paper piecing itself on the background. All right, so that's it for just a very general. Don't get too crazy with putting detail in because you're going to cover it up anyways. Now, let's see. And if you would like the cow to be a different color, you can still do the same cow, but just do it in a different color. Maybe he's a brown cow. So here's the different papers that I have. So lots of, that can be background. This can be part of the background. That could be part of the background. There's all colors of creams, grays, blacks, different textures on them. So it's a mishmash. So naturally we're not going to use all these, but it gives you a selection of what you can use. So for the background, that could be part of the background. I'm going to do it basically in the same tones as what they did. And the way you start this is you always work from the back to the front. So we're going to start with a background first and then do the cow. And you basically tear up a bunch of pieces. Don't make them like strips or something that's the same size all the time. You can put bigger pieces, smaller pieces. You can overlap stuff. Change it up so it's not got a pattern to it, because that will be noticeable if you have a pattern. So I'm just going to use matte medium. And all these papers are either copy printer paper, or I've got some tissue paper there, also some deli wrap, all kinds. So, okay, so I have the different shades of purples here, and I'm just going to put an array of different colors in the background. So I think I want the darker color to be up here. When you're tearing, you don't want the white part either, so you want to tear so that you don't see that white. This will take a while to do, so you just have to remember that. And you get a good brush out for your glue. I have a glue brush, fairly big one. And I don't like to put any water on my brush, because then your papers will get too wet and your page will start to curl. So you can just put a little on the bottom, a little on the top, and just start doing your backgrounds. Nothing too crazy. If you want, you could have the corners a little darker. I'm just gonna put on a bunch of this color here, because it's a little bit darker, a little stronger. Overlap things. You can tear along the edge of your cow so that it kind of matches. I prefer tearing too than cutting, because then it looks a little bit more natural. And remember, you can do all kinds of sizes. You don't have to stick with just large or small sizes. You can overlap. Big ones, small ones. That's why it's nice to use papers that aren't you can't identify the shape. So you wouldn't want to do something that had a specific shape that everyone would recognize, because then it would be harder putting a background like this on. So let's see, we'll put some there. And I'm overlapping too, so and I can cut along the edge if I want to. Okay, let's take some of this color. This is kind of a more of a duller shade. It's got a little bit of green in it. That's fine. Just want to make sure you get it all nicely glued down. You just have to watch what you're using too, because if you used some sprays that would reactivate, then you're not going to want to use those. It would cause a big mess, because then you'd have those colors into everything. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit on here, I think. Just do your background. Go over the little hump in his head. Put some of this in. It's got a little bit of sparkle in it. These are really fun to do, though. I do enjoy doing them. They're kind of cool, because there's no wrong way of doing these, really. And once you start putting your pieces down and you decided, well, that didn't work, you can always do a little bit of painting over top. I don't know if you remember the apple one. We actually did the shading on the apple with glazes on the end of the session. Let's see, let's put some there and there. They're fun. One there, one here. Good to see you. Maybe I'll put a bigger piece in here. I don't know if I want any more of that. Let's put some more of this in here. Have fun with it too. Take your time, don't rush. It's kind of like doodling with paper. I think this will stand out nice though with the cow colors. Let's see. Here. You do get your fingers quite gluey. So you may want to put gloves on if you don't like glue on your hands. A bit smaller, but different sizes overlap. Kind of like puzzles too, because you're finding shapes that go in certain areas. Yeah, it gets dark here too. Today's super windy. They got wind warnings out. It's warm though, it's like 45 here. That's warm to me in this area. Now, if you find that it's too patchy looking, we can put a glaze coat over top of some of this, which I might do. We'll see if this is darker. So there's many ways of playing with paper painting. Kind of the nice thing about it is you're not stuck with what you put down. You can always paint with it. Another color on top with glazes. I don't think I want pink because there's pinky colors in his nose there. So let's see. But I want a little bit of darker color. little jowls. More paper. I really like the look of paper painting too. Some of them are like just unbelievable, like very, very detailed, tiny, tiny, small little pieces of papers. But it is pretty. Some long pieces. Let's see. Put it like this. This one has a little bit of shimmer in it. So that's kind of nice. And maybe a little bit down there. Yeah. Okay. And I could put a few little dabs around his head, I guess. That's where this white area is. Cover that up there. Now when we start doing the cow, it's going to be a little bit different because we'll have to have a few smaller areas. So there's the background so far. Alright, so we'll give this a dry for now, just so I'm not putting my hands in it. Kim, Cass, did you intend to miss the left side of the cow body? This, yeah, he's kind of on his side, like his body goes out this way. We'll probably put a little bit of black in here. Thanks, Kim. No. See? There's his shoulder right there. See? It's just darker as far as color of the papers she used. Now like I said, if you want to darken areas, we can just put a glaze over top of this when we're done. So I just want to get the stickiness off so my sleeves don't run in it. And then we'll start the cow. All right. So the cow, we do the same thing. We start the furthest back and work our way up. So the last thing we'll be doing is probably the center of his face and his nose, because that'll be the closest towards us. So we want to start with the hair, his ears, it's probably part of his back, and then we'll work into the face. So I can just put these away for now. Get my other ones out. So we'll do the black areas. So I want a fairly dark grays and blacks. Maybe that way. And this one. Okay, so this and this and this are basically my darkest, and these are more grayish colors, but we could use those for shadows. So the dark of his ears, we can use this. This is actually from a magazine transfer that didn't work out, and I kept it. So the inside of his ear would probably be the darkest because it would be shaded fairly dark. So I'll just find a piece here that's probably, you want smaller pieces though. You still want to see your piecing, because that's the whole part of the artwork, is seeing the piecing. Kathy's cows are females. The boys are the bulls. Or oh yes, I know. I just why did I call it he or she or what? Yes, I know. I guess it's because I got all female dogs. I call everything she. So I just do the inside first of his ear, so it's fairly dark. If you, where's that book? I'll show you on the book. It's pretty dark. It's all black, basically, his ears. But I kind of like seeing the bits and pieces. The top part, I think I'm going to put a little bit of a lighter area in the top part. And this is where when you can tear areas that line up with the edges of certain areas too. So the side of his face, it just lined up the edge of the paper with that, so it lines up with it. That just moved. There. That. This one. So these areas can be a little bit dark. Okay. And the top of his head too. I think I will make strips though, because I know it's hair. The top of his head is kind of like a little wig. So why not make some long pieces of paper? Might have a little bit of a shine on the top. So I'm just tearing long bits. So that kind of looks hairy. They're fun to do. So think about what area you're doing it. Does it have texture? Then add some by cutting or tearing your areas so it looks like hair or something that's bulging out in, like his eye would be round. Yeah, you can use a traceable. Yeah, just glue your whole paper on. You could take a, if you don't have a printer or scanner, you could take it to a shop and get a couple copies of it, one for reference and one for just gluing down onto your paper. Okay, so the inside of his ear is a little bit darker, but the top part has a little bit of sheen from the sun, is what I think, anyways. So you want to put the darkest areas on again. I'm remembering his, you just got to remember where you're working. So there's the side of his face right there. So I don't want to go past that. I'm just doing the ear first. The darkest areas. That. And then we could do under here. That's fairly dark. I could probably do some bigger areas just because it is all basically black in here. Let's see, we'll go underneath his chin. Make it a little bit, let's see, out there a little bit. This is when you could use up all kinds of scrap you have too. It's fun. A little bit under here. No, that doesn't look right. Blob there. And we'll put it up here. So those would be the darkest areas around his chin, neck area. In here. Let's see, how's his... There. I can take some of this that is a little bit discolored because it's kind of a little bit of a shine up there on his top part of the shoulder. So we can take some pattern pieces with a little bit of cream in it just to make it a little lighter looking up in here. Maybe even some of this. Let's see. There's his... That one didn't work. Tear that down. So I'm just paying attention to where I put the highlights on the painting with paint, and those are the areas, or if you're using a photo, you'll know those are the areas you need to do a little bit of a lighter color to. Let's do some of this down here. Going with the shape, tearing to the shape. Okay, and we can put some lighter area up there. A little bit lighter up there. Gets dark again as we go down. So just pay attention to your painting or your reference. Put a big piece there because it's all pretty well dark. And we'll cut the edges off later. Let's put a piece here. More black. Down here. Piece here. Did I get it all? I think so. Okay, so with the white parts, we can either go with more white on black or gray too. Could use some of this, the grayish color, or you can go into this type of color. I like text, or that's another good one. Or even stuff like this will work. She uses text in hers. So I do have paper that's got a bit of yellow on it, and I'm going to use some of this for the shadowed areas, or the gray, kind of the, it's not really white. So I can put some of this in, as well as some, you still see the text through it, as well as some text on it too. So I'm still working from the back towards the front, so that can go there. Oop. And just regular text too would work. Let's try. This is starting to age, so it's kind of weathered looking. I'm just going to put it right over here. And just a bit in here. Like that. On here, pieces. Right there. You can barely see the text, but you can still. I might put a bit more text in it. Let's see. Right up here, I think I'm going to put this here. if you want, you could be intentional about what words you put on too. So this one's going to remind me of the years down the line. It says COVID right there. That's when I did it. Okay, so this here a little bit. Oh no, I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to put a little bit of a lighter kind of this color, I think, on the top here. So more of a, no, maybe this here. I want a little bit lighter, but I don't want it black, but I don't want it white either. So where his fur is kind of shining a little bit on the top of his ears. I don't want any white on it though. Take this white off. And put that on there. Should work as a bit of a highlight right there. Just a smidge. All right. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I think I need a little bit there. That. And maybe we'll put a little highlight on the top of his ear here. Let's see. Just at the very top. I think it needs it. I can always use a little paint if I don't like it later. All right. Now, I think I'm going to start in his eyes here, and they're fairly dark too. Let's see. You see here? A little bit of a color difference right in there, but there's the glint of his eye there. A little bit. It's mostly black though. So some more of that black paper out. Start off with this one, and I'm not going to worry about that sparkle in his eye yet. That can be the last thing you do. So don't worry about painting around that. Let's see. Actually, I think I might put that there. So is anyone else painting along? Or are you just watching? do it later. It's fun. Gets rid of a lot of little pieces. I think I'll put it right there. And then it starts to change a little bit as I go up into top part here. That's when you can put some of this in. Actually, that might work to my advantage. I think I want little smaller pieces. No, I don't want that line though there. Put that there. This one here. So I'm adding a little bit of lighter color in that area. Like that. Still need black in there. Maybe I can tear it in a curve so it fits the side a bit. I'm not too worried about it because I still have to do the white part, so I can always paint around that area with white paper. Just watching, but hope to try it later. Awesome. Yeah, make sure you tag me on Instagram. Paint Along with Kathy Arbor. I think it's Paint Along, isn't it? Okay. And then a little bit of a color difference in here, so I can add some more. Let's see this one here, I think. There's just a little bit of a difference in the tone there. And we're going to put those other pieces. There's one. There. I've been using Paint with Kathy Arbor. Okay, thanks, Devin. So Paint with Kathy Arbor. You just tag me on Instagram so I can take a peek at it. I always love seeing what you guys do because there's so much different takes on it, and I love it when you give it your own take. They look so cool. Okay, now I'm going to do some more of the face here. So I'm going to do quite a bit of, I think, paper, like newsprint. In different sizes. If you have different size font too, that would be awesome. Different script even if you wanted. You know, change it up. Have the text going certain ways also would work. Let's see. I think let's put some bigger text in there. This is when you can play with overlapping too, different ways your font's going versus size. Just play. So I'm kind of thinking about the cow, the shape of the nose is rounded, and maybe you want to have your text going a certain way so it makes your eye go upwards. Thanks, Judy. Let's see. Put that there. I'm going to put it in between those black areas of the hair so it stands out a little bit. There. Don't want that though. Big piece. But that works. Need some bigger text. On here. And I can use some colored in the center over top. You don't have to worry about evenly putting them beside each other. Overlap stuff. Looks awesome when you do that. Let's see. There's this little jowl here. Grower. Apple. Let's get some yellow stuff here. So I have some yellow stuff with a darker background. Probably work better for underneath here, his little chin. So just tearing skinny strips. Sticky situation. A bit smaller. A point right there. That. Just going to put that down there, I think, or maybe this one here. It needs a little bit more defined there. Just a bit where his chin is. Needs a little bit thicker. You can always put different colors in there too. What other ones? Let's get more of the yellow. Let's see. I think I have to put a little bit more dark color in there. Just a bit. And this here. Right there. right along here needs to have a little piece. Black. And that there, just to frame the side of his face, so you know where it ends and begins. Actually, I think, should that be black? I think so. Nope. Don't like that. I think that was supposed to be part of his face edge. Alright, and got some different colors for the tufts of his fur and his nose. Need to be a little bit a different color. I think that's too dark. Let me see. What else do we have here? I guess we could continue just using the text. Let's see. I think I need bigger. Well, that might work there. On the edge. There. Bigger area. Talking to myself. That needs to be there, but not there. Alrighty. What else? And pieces. That needs pattern in there. I don't want to really go into a totally different paper because it'll be noticeable. I guess I'm going to have to stick with this. Just want to there. Okay. I like the text on it. It's a whole lot easier than figuring out colors. I think what I'm going to do too is use the glazing liquid colors to emphasize some of the shaded areas. It's a little easier that way. But if you guys want to use what you have, that's fine too. Okay, I need to do his nose. So his nose is fairly dark. Let's see, I'm going to do the bottom part in this here. Let's see. So it's not totally black. It's got a little bit of texture in it, which is good. Let's see. That could go around his nostril a little bit. Take the white off. That. And this can go in here. And as it goes up into there, it kind of goes into browns and different colors. So I have some of this, so let's see what we can do with this. So small pieces be the best. That. I have a million scraps around me. And then it gets more into the pink. That. And then more pinky. Let's see. So little pieces of more of the pink. Did I get some of that out? I think I did. Let me see. Okay, so we've got some of this. So we could probably use this one. It's a little bit less in your face, so to speak. And I'm just going to do small bits of color. So I should have enough here. That's the thing, you think you do all these jelly prints and you're thinking of all the colors you're going to need. You've got like 100 times more than you need. So little kind of roundish is your best. Just put them on. And I'm going to put the nostrils in too in a minute. If you put the little bits around, then it's not so noticeable as far as the shape of the papers. So there's a variation of color in here. It's fine. Not worried about it. You're not going to be right on as far as color, but that's one of the nice things about the look of it, is you got a variance. Let's see. I like it anyways. I think it looks cool. I don't know if I'd have the patience to do like a full-on portrait or anything, because this does take a while, I must admit. Something you can pick up and leave though. That's kind of nice. Just gonna put the odd one in here a little bit. Oh. Here. Okay, and then need a spot up there. Forgot. There. There. And down there, the side needs to be done. Let's see. thinner. Bits and pieces. These tiny ones are a little bit of a pain, but they'll look cool. Here, like that. Okay. All right. Now, a little glint is going to be kind of a piece of blue or purple. So I have some here. And just a small, tiny little area. I don't want white on it though. Just a small, small piece. That's all you need. Like that, and maybe a little dab on the other eye, a little round piece. See, small, small. We'll put that right there, if I can. Put it in the right area. If I don't like it, I can take it off. I don't think I like it. I'm going to leave it. Oh, if I can get it off. I'll have to put a piece, well, maybe I'll use a piece of, with a little bit of, that might work. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like. If it doesn't look right, I can take it off. All right. And a little bit, maybe, is that it? Let's see. Let's try it and see what we got, and then we can. Hi, Dot. Okay, Kathy. Drive safe. Oh, okay, thanks. Devin, I'll take a look. Here's my phone. I can find my phone. Oh, awesome. She's doing good. Awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna, that's not bad. Okay, so just gonna take a look at it, see what else I want to do with it. Do I like that? I don't know. Let's see where they put theirs. She does have a shine on hers. Let's see, where is it? There. Kind of up. Yeah, it's about the same. It's a little bit too big, I think. And there wasn't one on the other side. See? So I'm going to cover that up a little bit. What can I do? Just going to cover a smidgen of it up. I just want a little bit of it showing, like that. Okay, dry that, and then we'll use a little bit of paint. All right, let's put this aside for now. Tons and tons of bits and pieces. All right, now I'm just going to take a little bit of raw sienna, maybe, or goldenrod color. I'm just going to use craft paint, but I'm going to water it down, or you could mix it with your matte medium that you have out. Let's see. So it's, you want it fairly watered down or mixed with matte medium so it's a glaze. And then you can just, let's see if it's, yeah, that'll work. Just glaze some of those areas that should be a little darker. Like in here, there might be some shadowed areas by his eyes, maybe in here. Could here. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just kind of, so it's not all one color, basically. It has kind of a and where else? I think I'm going to take a bit of that black that I had out and just darken the very bottom part of his lip. Right there. And then his nostrils. Like that. If you see any areas you want darker, you can put that in there too, just to get rid of some of those white edges. So I think I'm gonna probably put a little bit in here, just to get rid of some of those white edges. It just darkens the inside of his ear a little bit more. And maybe under his chin here. I think that's not too bad. All right, I think he's done. Not sure if I like that eye or not. There. Okay, stop fiddling with it. All right, let's dry it, and I think that's it. Thanks, Devin. He needs a sparkle in his eyes. Think so? Well, I can try and see what it would look like. Let's see. It's hard to tell where to put it. Look at it. I don't know if it looks right or not. What do you think? I don't like it. There's something off in this. What is it? I think this needs to be bulged out more. I think the eyes on this side is too up front, so I need a piece of black. Let's see. A bit too bright, yeah. I think. I think that this needs to come out like that. More of a bulge in the eye there. Too much? We'll see. Put that down more. Yeah, you got to get the eyes just right, or it's too noticeable, I find. And it's hard to do that when you've got it shadowed. We'll see. Try that. See how that looks. It's very, very, very faint, but I'm weird that way. No, too big. There's that piece of blue, maybe. A little bit. smidge. Right. I think right there. I think that's it. No, Kim, I'm weird. I know. I'm sure yours is going to look awesome. I'm going to put a little bit of paint over top of glaze, just a bit, just to tone it down. And a little bit of a, I don't know, a little bit of a shine. There we go. What do you think? Yes? No? We'll tone it down a little bit there. All right. I think she's done, or he. No, she. She's done. You're welcome, Doc. All right, so don't forget to tag me or put it on Instagram. And today is the 2nd. Wow. 21. So I can see what you did. If you have any questions, you can always get a hold of me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, they're fun to do. Just like this one really didn't take that long. So, you know, get out your scraps, paper, whatever you have, and you don't have to do a cow. You could do something else, but give it a try. See if that's something you want to do. I like doing them every once in a while. Now, mind you, I wouldn't want to just do this type. I think it is very tedious, I guess you could say. If you're a Zentangler, I think you would really enjoy it. I'm not a Zentangler. But I like it. I like to venture into this type of art every once in a while. And it's fun. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll let you guys go. And we'll see you on Tuesday. You have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe and be creative while you're at home, or take a book with you. Draw while you're out and about. Just have some fun and creative time. It's good for you. Bye for now.